Hello Cancers, welcome to your weekly reading for the week of June 16th. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon and rising sign, okay? So we will move into your sign on the 21st. Cancer season begins on the 21st and summer solstice is also on the same day. So summer solstice in northern hemisphere and winter solstice on southern hemisphere. So yeah, so a new season begins end of this week actually. Ace of Ace of season, Ace of swords. That's a new season, a new beginning. Nine of swords. Wheel of Fortune. Yes, another endings, beginnings. Yes, this is your birthday month. And then Tower is also here. All right. So this has something to do with communication. Something is changing for you. And what is changing? Something to do with a conversation you had with someone, or it may have something to do with your own thoughts about things. So with the Tower, this is like emotional stuff coming up. So a Tower moment. However, what I'm seeing is, a blessing in disguise. So whatever the situation is, if it already happened, maybe you already know what this is all about, or if this is something that's going to happen, you might want to check what's going on now, so you can maybe avoid this situation. Okay, for instance, if you are feeling angry and resentments about things, then it's important to have that conversation and don't wait for the last moment. Don't wait for things to flare up. Instead, if there is something that you want to bring up and you want to talk about, now this is your opportunity. This week, I'm reading this on 11th of June, and this is for the next week. So check with yourself how you are feeling about things and what actions needs to be taken, so you can address the situation right now, so you don't have to then worry about this later on. So a conversation is what needs to happen, but then it also has to do with who we are with, what the situation demands. Sometimes, yes, it's the conversation is only possible if the other person is also on the same page and if they are willing to really listen to what's being said, right? Otherwise, it's like bumping against a wall. It will only lead to more stress. So if this is something that you just want to let go and disconnect from, detach from, or what needs to change, this is where that change is happening. So you doing something about it. So this is you taking action, you staying in your power. When I said staying in your power, this is a card of empowerment. This is you talking about things, bringing things up and talking about things. And here it's actually not going well, Cancer. That's what I'm saying. This is you playing and replaying things in your own mind. And this is like, sometimes this card has to do with regrets, but it could also be things playing out in your own mind, and so it's the same conversation. So the conversations that you are having with yourself, it has to do with an incident, but this is like still active. So it's important to know how long you want to keep it active. So I'm not sure, like, if this is something that happened long time ago and it's still, you are thinking about it, or if this happened recently. But it's stressful and it's taking a toll on your health, your mental health, your well-being. Know if this is important. Do you want to give it that power? Do you want to, do you want to let it affect your own health? And it's important to know what's more important. Okay. And here with Wheel of Fortune, yes, looks like this situation is changing. There is a transformation happening. This is how the cards showed up. After this is what's happening. So what you are not seeing, so you know what, this is how it showed up. So this person, their eyes are closed, so they are not seeing what's coming. So what's coming is change. So what I want to remind you is, are you, like, maybe there is a change happening. Are you so what are you afraid of, if there is anything? This is reminding you to face your own challenges, face your own fears. And so are you do you want to make that change, or are you holding yourself back? Is something that you want to check with yourself. So this here is reminding you to stay in your power and take action. This is also you rising above your own emotions and seeing things in a practical way. And this is also a card of strong sense of rights and wrongs. So this is about, you wanting to make the right decision, doing the right thing, things like that. So if there is something stressful, then it's reminding you to ask yourself, face the situation, face the challenges, and take action and create a positive change. So it's important to know what is it that you want to experience, what is it that you are expecting from this situation, and what you need to let go of. Sometimes our expectations, reality doesn't match our expectations, and that can be helpful. That will be a little bit stress. Did I say helpful? I wanted to say stressful. So that can be a little bit stressful. So it's about being aware of your own expectations from yourself, and also, the situation. Do you want, this is where, you might have to be realistic when it comes to your expectations. Maybe, yeah. So it has to do with the conversation you are having, and if you are expecting some kind of like understanding, and if you don't get it, then that can be a little bit stressful. So again, expectations. So do you really, it's all about knowing who you are expecting this from, and also how you want to approach this situation, Cancers. Ace of Swords here. This is also, reminding you to be confident and brave. So Wheel of Fortune, yes, this is a little bit chaotic energy. So it could be that you are moving into a period of busyness. So staying centered and balancing your own energies is important. If you are moving into these changes with this energy, it won't be helpful. Okay, because things can feel really challenging if that's where you are coming from. So you have to settle things in your own mind. By that, what I mean is self-care is important, and also resolving things in your own mind. So how you are seeing and understanding things, is there something you need to let go of? What is it that, if there is any, if is there something you can do about it, take action, or so it's all depends upon the situation. Or sometimes we just have to let go and let things be. And maybe by doing that, when the mind is calm, then you will come across a new perspective and a new idea, is what I'm saying. Okay, so maybe know what needs to happen, what needs to change in order for you to move into these changes powerfully, and being in control of yourself, and focused. And this is about you making intentional choices, decisions, and moving forward with purpose. So in order for you to come from that place, what needs to happen within? It doesn't have to do with anything external. Things are the way they are, there is nothing we can do. So you have to ask yourself, okay, what needs to change within? What needs to go, and how can I move forward with clarity, intention, and purpose? That is what this energy is, empowering and self-empowerment. So let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. For some, this could just be you not sleeping well. It could be that you are waking up in the middle of the night. It could be bad dreams, or it could be that you are worrying about things. And here with the Tower card, this could be a change. Again, change. But what I'm seeing is positive changes. It may not appear that way on the surface. Things may feel like chaotic, and you might have to figure things out and brainstorm and things like that. However, this is reminding you to stay positive and optimistic, because these changes are also happening for the best. And it all depends. It also has to do with how we are. It's not about, when things are good, it's easy to feel happy and harmonious and optimistic about things. But when things are a little bit chaotic, then that's an opportunity for us to really check with ourselves. Okay, how am I responding to this situation? How am I responding to stress? And what needs to happen, what needs to change internally, So that's again a great opportunity for you to test. This is a test. Test your own resolve, is what I want to say. But these are positive changes. So you want to, if you are coming across like worrisome thoughts, remember to know how you can turn this around, because the power is within you, Cancer. It doesn't have to do with people, external situations, things like that. We don't want to stay there and expecting someone to rescue us. This is mental prison, and the key is with you. Nobody else has the key. You have to open that door and get out of there. So because you are the one thinking those thoughts in your mind, and you are the one who have the power to change these thoughts. So know where you are focusing your energy, your attention, because that's also what I'm getting from this card, is that's affecting your own body. Do you want to give it that power? Do you want to take back the control? Is what I want to remind you. Okay, Cancers, the message is trust. Yeah, trust that these changes, whatever is happening, it's happening for the best. A blessing in disguise. Yes, things may not feel comfortable on the surface. However, it's actually helping you move in the right direction. So for some, both these cards here has to do with, an emotional exchange. It could be a conversation you had with someone and it's not sitting well with you. And so if that is the case, now is also a chance for you to step up and do what needs to be done. So if there is something that you are not happy with, if you are not satisfied with, then what is it that you can do? So it's important to know, it's important to know what you can do about it, and then taking action without waiting for something to change, waiting for validation, approval. This is about you taking responsibility and taking things in your own hands and doing what needs to be done. Okay, so the message here is, when love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Yes, for some, it could be you trusting your own instincts, Cancer. So the card is reminding you to wait. However, it's also important to know what we are doing while we are waiting, right? So do we want to wait while we are waiting? Do we want to worry about things, and do we want to be in that energy of what's going to happen, like impatience and anxiety and worry? Or do you want to wait with positivity and optimism that things are moving in the right direction, that things are going to work out for you? So energy, there is, and at the end, that this energy needs to shift. So it's about our own thoughts. So a journey from confusion to clarity is just one thought away, right? So instead of, when you are worrying, that takes energy. It's very draining, and it doesn't take that much energy to stay optimistic and positive. So, and positivity and optimism also energizes us, inspires us, motivates us, and that's when we come across some new insights, ideas, things like that, But when we are in that energy of worrisome thoughts and fear-based thinking, then it won't be possible for us to find out. It won't be possible for us to hear our own intuition, and it won't be possible for us to receive the guidance that we are receiving. That's coming our way, So, no, there is a change happening here though. Looks like you are moving from this to this. But step into it powerfully, with intention, with purpose, is what I want to say. Thank you, Cancers. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And happy birthday to you in advance. And also, like, if you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email, and so we can then schedule a reading for you. Okay, please take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye bye.